Stick a microphone on me every session.
What's Mike Jacob? Jacob will be doing so many. You'll be having new Instagram. You'll be doing a TikTok video.
Jacob would have about 100 quid's worth of fines. I was 16. Unfortunately, didn't get a scholarship at Derby County. Heard a couple of clubs were interested, so naturally went on trial at a few clubs, and luckily Mansfield felt like the best fit for me. I think it's just a very homely environment. I like the people here, and I think that's what I needed at the time, just a chance to kind of grow as a player, grow as a person, and under the right kind of guidance. And thankfully it's all worked out in the end.
Struggling to get your balance?
Yeah, keep pulling me over. He did my 2-year scholarship, did well, and thankfully got my first professional contract at the end of that. And then I think I've just gone from strength to strength, really. Made my debut in my first year pro against Doncaster Rovers, played again later that season, and then the season after made my first professional start, and then thankfully been around the first team, been on the bench a few times in the league, made more first team appearances, and been travelling with them as well. So yeah, ultimately been good. Have a bit of first team exposure now. So hopefully trying to break through and kind of get more opportunity when I can. I think it was the Monday morning, day before the game, I found out I was training with them, and I had kind of a bit of an inkling that I might be in the squad. I'd been in a couple of squads previously, and then I was like, okay, there's potential. I might get a few minutes here, but I think if anything, it was just like, okay, do everything right, make sure you train well the day before, and then knew I was on the bench the next day, and then Gaffer calls me back the day of the game. Yeah, you're coming on. So even I think it was just 5-10 minutes that I got, but even that was it was brilliant. Yeah, just the 5-10 minutes, get on the ball, get a few touches, and it's kind of big box ticks and get your debut out of the way. It's a brilliant feeling, really. I did pre-season with the first team in Ireland, which was really good. Got a lot of minutes out there and in the other fixtures, and then been training quite regularly with them, which has been good. Been training with the 21s as well, and then obviously started in the cup the other week against Harrogate. Which was a good experience. Tough game, but it's what I need. I need to kind of be exposed to that level of football to push me on. And then I think at the moment it's just keeping my head down, making sure I do extras, make sure I keep improving my game, not just on the pitch, but in the gym, with the analysis people, and just finding ways to kind of better myself as a player, as a person, that's going to give me the best opportunity to break through. The intensity's high. I think we can see that we're now a kind of quite established League One team, so the standards improved a lot. And then I think it's quite a big difference between 21s to first team. So you've got to be on it. The pace is a lot quicker. The movement's good, so you've always got options. But I think it's just that speed of thought, speed of feet, making sure you're at the tempo at all times. Tell you what, I feel great now I'm doing it properly for once.
No, Sid. Side steps facing that way. Nice and low.
So I am the under-12s foundation phase coach for the academy. So that came about at the end of my scholarship. Just as I was entering my professional contract. We sat down with the academy staff, Jack, Coops, KC, and I think it was, what do you want to do alongside your playing career? And I think it's always good to have that kind of extra bit on the side. So you're not just kind of playing football and you've always got something to fall back on. So I sat down with them. They said, okay, you'll start off with the under-10s. So that first year was really good for me, just learning how to deal with under-10s, how to coach in different formats. Got my UEFA B licence, which was obviously a massive achievement for me at the time as an 18-year-old. And then since then, I'm into my third year of coaching this year, looking to get my UEFA A, hopefully. And now with the under-12s. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Sundays, they're the days that I coach, and hopefully do my best to improve the academy lads as best as I can. I've spoke to a lot of the staff, and they seem to think that because I'm in the game and I'm learning, I'm kind of just passing on information all the time. So it's like when I get exposed and like the gaffer's giving me information and he's telling me stuff, actually, it's no better person to pass it on to the younger lads, really, because I'm getting told in the day and then I kind of tell them similar stuff in the afternoon or the evening. As opposed to maybe I played 20 years ago and I'm kind of having to draw upon the knowledge that I got 20 years ago. But yeah, I think it's good. It's definitely helping me learn. I'm seeing the game in a different light. I'm thinking about ways to improve other people. And yeah, I think you see the game differently, which is ultimately really helpful. I think the academy is brilliant. I think if you look at all the way from the babies, the under-9s, all the way through to the 21s, I think you can see there is a pathway. If you look at how many first-team appearances, how much first-team exposure the scholars and the 21s are getting at the moment, it's clear to see there's opportunity. And I think if you're under-9s to under-16s, anyone in that kind of schoolboy setup, you can just look up, you can see your role models, and you can see actually if I keep putting the work in, I keep listening to my coaches, I keep listening to the right people around me and put the work in, there's going to be opportunity. And you can see that we've got a lot of talented lads in the schoolboy setup. I think we've pushed on strength to strength when, if you think the academy is not that old, it's probably 5 or 6 years old. And so I think if we continue to grow 2-3 more years, I think you'll see a lot more people pushing on, getting first team appearances and breaking through, hopefully. I've always liked to study the game. Like, even if I'm at home watching a match, I'm always looking at kind of the tactical setups, and something that interested me getting my coaching badges. I thought it would help me, not just as a player, but as a person, and actually see the game differently. And actually, I probably didn't realise it at the time, but it helps you improve your game as well as a player. And just the kind of movements, the tactical adaptations you can make, the understanding of the game. And I think that's the big one for me that's helped me. I think it's just a really homely environment. I think everyone's really welcoming, all the way from the younger staff to obviously the first team staff. It feels like a homely club, and even not just your coaches, but like the catering team, the kind of ground staff, people like Vard and yourself, Steve. Everyone kind of looks out for each other. Everyone checks if you're doing all right. Which is what you need. You don't want kind of separate entities where people are kind of separated and not kind of together. At the end of the day, we're a club, and you want everyone to be in the same ship. And ultimately, that's how you do well at the end of the day. Everyone's in the same boat, striving for the same goal. And when you're all together, that's what makes the place feel $1 million.
48. Yeah, get him in. 49. 50. Oh. Well on, lads. Well on, Blues.